Good day there viewers, my name is Cliff and welcome to my channel called Vintage Time. A warm welcome to all my current subscribers and to all the new people who've dropped in to watch my channel for the first time. Today you'll see me facet a piece of citrine, and at the moment it's currently all oiled up. Now I found this piece of citrine not that long ago in the small township of El Dorado in southern Australia in the state of Victoria. And I'll drop in a photo so you can see roughly where I found this stone in the creek bed. I'll also drop in a link in the description area just about a little bit of information on a previous video about this town. So let's start cutting. So the preform is now complete and I've glued the stone onto the dopstick within the transfer jig overnight, and I'll be cutting a standard round brilliant design. And for those people who wish to start faceting, this is probably the best design to learn on. It was the first one I ever did when I first learned. So the first step in the process is I'm going to round out the girdle before I even cut any pavilion facets. So my index wheel is currently unlocked in freeform, and I've placed the stone at a 90-degree angle, and I'm actually grinding at the moment on a 240 grit disc, roughing it out. Then I'll move on to a 600, 1200, then a 3000. I have to say the standard round brilliant may not be the easiest stone to cut, but it's probably the best stone for a beginner because you learn all the aspects of cutting a stone. So in the previous clip, my first rough out was with a 240 grit disc, then I moved on to a 600 grit disc, and then I started a pre-polish. And as you can see here, this is the pre-polish stage of the pavilion facets, and they still have light scratches, but then I'll move on to polishing them later on. So here I'm setting the stone size by cutting the girdle flat facets at 90 degrees, and this will determine the actual width of the stone. So in the previous clip I cut the girdle and the first set of pavilion facets. Now I'm cutting the second set of pavilion facets. So all the pavilion facets and the girdle facets have now been cut using the 3000 grit disc pre-polish, so now it's time to polish. So today I'll be polishing on this Perspex disc with cerium oxide and a little bit of water, and I find that often this is better than diamond when polishing citrine or smoky quartz. So I've polished the girdle, but I haven't polished the entire flat of the girdle, as the girdle thickness will only be about 4/10 of a millimetre thick. So here you can see that the pavilion and part of the girdle facets have been polished. So on to the next step of cutting this stone, which will be the crown. So the stone has been cut on the pavilion side, and overnight I've transferred the stone onto another dop within the transfer jig. So let's get cracking and start cutting that crown. So the first set of crown facets have been cut and pre-polished to a level girdle line. Now this is the dilemma that most faceters find: how thin do you cut this girdle? I prefer a thin girdle, as I think it looks a lot classier than a thick girdle, but there is a risk factor, as you can cut too low and cut into the pavilion. So we're getting closer to completing the crown and closer to finishing off this video. For me, this will be the end of the narration, but I will be dropping in subtitles. I'd like to thank all my subscribers and viewers for leaving comments and watching my videos. Thank you for that, it's much appreciated. Don't forget to hit the bell icon if you want further notifications. So bye for now and enjoy the rest of the video. Kick back and listen to the music and take care.